Freedom's just another word for nothing left to lose, nothing. Don't be nothing, honey, if it ain't free. Now, feeling good was easy, Lord. Oh, when he sang the blues, you know, feeling good was good enough for me. Good enough for me and my Bobby McGee.
Well, my name is Justine MacArthur, and I have a bachelor's in psychology, and I just got my master's in social justice. Over the next few weeks, I'll be conducting interviews with individuals who have been ordered to take court-ordered anger management.
Can you tell us a little bit about the book you're working on?
Yeah, well, I just think that sometimes bad things happen to people, and some people just don't have the tools to cope with these events or emotions properly.
Can you tell us a little bit about anger?
Yeah, well, anger is a really complicated emotion. It's intense and deeply rooted, and it can really get the better of you if you don't know how to control it. So my goal is to work with these cases and hopefully give them a new perspective so that they can turn this anger into something constructive that could hopefully even lead to positive changes in their lives.
All right, I think that's good.
My name is Nell. I was arrested for public intoxication and resisting arrest.
Would you mind talking about that a little bit more?
I'm here visiting Lorelina San Diego, and me and her are taking some cash out of the ATM so we can get some In-N-Out burgers, and this asshole kid sticks a gun in my face and says, "Give me all your money, bitch." I just look at him for a second before I did anything because I absolutely could not believe my luck.
So, what did you do?
I grabbed the gun out of that stupid fart's hand and I aimed it right back at him and I said, "Chewy, you done messed with the wrong bitch today. I'm from Texas and my daddy taught me to shoot a gun when I was 5 years old."
Wow, that sounds really brave of you. You didn't think that was dangerous considering you were intoxicated?
Oh, I made that up. I made it all up because I wish that was true. I wish somebody would try to mug me because I would stop that son of a bitch because I would know that he was not the worst thing that ever happened to me. Hell, he wouldn't even be the worst thing that happened to me today. Want a beer?
You're not supposed to drink in here.
My name is Vicky, and I'm in court-ordered anger management for public indecency and resisting arrest. Driving off the airport, I saw a big woman get off the guagua. She was dressed in hot pink spandex leotards and a t-shirt gathered and tied in the back. Her panza completely exposed. She made me turn around in my seat just to look at her, pink leotard lady, in all her confidence. You see, I talk a lot of Panza power trash. Truth is, I want you to look at it. I want you to know that I know it's there.
So you wanted to be like that woman?
I wanted to be confident about myself.
Okay, so can you just state your name and the reason why you're in court-ordered anger management?
Ready? Okay. Need a psych, but you can't pay. Your ass is broken. Out of the way. Fuck you, health insurance. Thank you very much.
I think you're going to need to clarify that a little bit for me.
Okay. Well, recently I was diagnosed with bipolar disorder, and not bipolar 1 disorder, but bipolar 2 disorder, which is kind of like the lighter side of crazy. Honestly, I did some crazy shit. I did some really crazy shit. I have like the silly stories, like the say yes to anything because you're drunk kind of stories, and then I have the real stories, the drunken tube top rambling nights, staring at my face in the mirror, blackened eyes, crying, drinking away my dreams and my heart. And then there was the white dove beating inside my chest, behind my sternum, trapped inside my ribcage, begging me to just let her free from all the refinement in my body and my soul.
So how are you feeling at this point?
Each case was so different. I had a lot of things going through my mind when I was doing these interviews. And at this point, I had one interview left, and it was a lot different from the rest. Okay, go ahead.
My name is David Keaton, and I'm in court order anger management by choice.
Okay, tell me a little bit about yourself and why you think you need anger management.
When I was in prison, I had this strong feeling come over me one day. I just felt like maybe God was longing for his people. I felt like he loved his people, but, he didn't want them to be cast aside. Yet, here I am on death row. Now I'm trying to find out who I am. And if I smoke a joint of reefer, it takes me to that point where I can sit down and write poetry or whatever, just like I used to. Well, what are you going to do? I mean, if they're in power and you have no power, then you're through.
It's just a lot of things were going through my mind when I was doing these interviews. And it wasn't even about anger anymore. It was just about how we live our lives on a day-to-day basis. I mean, you see these people and how they're acting, what they're doing, what people are saying about them, and you think you know. And even if you don't think you're making these generalizations, you are. But then, sometimes, rarely, you start to realize that there's more pieces to this puzzle. And we think we're walking around in this world that's just black and white, but under the surface, you start to realize that it's all mixed up. So, why are you so angry?
My body, it can go anywhere it wants to, but my soul, it's locked up with Casey. A few years back, they said that they captured Saddam Hussein and that the war on terror was over. Bullshit! The government ain't never tried to solve my war on terror. You want to know where the real war on terror is? It's in my house. It's in my bed. When I can't sleep at night knowing that Casey could get beat up or stabbed or raped, and then there's not a damn thing I can do to keep him safe. It's trying to figure out what to tell my kids when they ask me when daddy's coming home. It's trying to figure out whether I'm going to spend my last dime putting gas in my truck to go see Casey or to spend it on the shoes for my kids that they need for school. So while Bush is out there spending millions and billions of dollars, blowing up every brown fella that he can find, me and Mines is out here living the real shit. Some days I just want to throw my hands in the air and ask the Lord, where the hell did you go, mister? Where the hell have you been? Because I'm sitting right here waiting for you.
I think that our Panza has a heart that, in extension, suffers. Suffers from our not taking care of it. So, if our Panza is the most important part of our bodies, it's important that we think about it and tie it to everything we do.
You know what the really fucked up thing is about it all? It's like, yay, finally I have my diagnosis and I know all the tools that I need to get help. But fuck me if I can actually get the help. And I don't know who to hate more, the asshole psychiatrist with a pen and a pad who thinks he's a god, or the pharmaceutical companies who make medication so fucking expensive. I don't know what to do with that. By far, the lowest moment of all my depressions was that last phone call. Because I knew I was priced out. I don't know what the fuck to do. I'm trying to get help here and you're not helping me, so what the fuck do you want me to do?
So, how did you end up coping without medication?
I can't tell you exactly what got me through or even pinpoint the moment in time. But a crippling depression coupled with an empty bank account does sort of like kill your means to make you want to kill yourself. I think now, when I have a super shitty, beat me down sort of a day, I think, well, I didn't drink today. I didn't kill myself today. So it really can't be that bad. You kind of gotta like set the bar of success really low. Like low, hit the flow, low.
I started my research thinking that everyone was on the same playing field. That everyone in the world played by the rules and there were, I don't know, referees or something there to call them out if they didn't. And I know sometimes refs make bad calls, but when that happens, you just kind of have to deal with it and make the best of it. But if the world were really like that, then there'd be no reason to get angry, because, I don't know, it seems pretty fair to me. But then, after meeting these people and hearing their stories, you start to realize the world isn't fair. I mean, I came in here thinking that these were just people that were letting life get the better of them, and I'll admit there were times I thought they were crazy, but they're the sane ones, because they see the world for how it really is. They see all the ugly stuff, the bad parts of it, and they don't try to sugarcoat it like the rest of us.
Would you say that you're angry now?
Maybe I'm still there in a way. After I got out, I would go to work, I would come home, I would shut the door, and I would lock it. Just like I was in prison. Prison took away that spark in my life. I can see in my old high school pictures that I was happy, I was smiling. Now that's not really something I do anymore. Smile.
So, maybe the problem isn't anger, but what's making people angry. So, I don't want to tell people to deal with their anger just by moving past it and getting on with their lives, because anger should be a catalyst for action. And, maybe I am angry. Maybe I want to be angry, because life is just knocking these people down, and there's no ref coming to call it. Life really isn't fair.
How is this going to affect the topic of your book?
I guess I'm gonna start looking at the world as a whole. I mean, originally I wanted to single out a group of people who were angry, but it doesn't work like that. Everything is so connected. I mean, everything we are is a result of every day we've lived and every person we've met, and that's something to cherish. We need to start caring about each other on a deeper level, and I'm not saying that we should just go around being angry all the time. No, I'm saying that people need to realize that we are affecting every person that we meet, and sometimes people affect each other badly, but that's what we need to get angry about, and that's what we need to try to change. We need to start being each other's referees and stop just standing in the crowd of spectators.